Are you tired of your boring life? Do you need something to spice up the day? Let's check out the all-new 2022 Barbarian Frenzy. Ooh, this bar will make you feel like a whole new man with low APR financing, 0 interest rates, and an MSRP of about 20 high runes. Get it while it's hot, boys and girls. The 2022 Frenzy Barbarian. So, I like this class. It's very cool, very fun. I tried to desperately find a way to make Barbarian playable for me, and I think I found it. It is just using the new set item, or new unique, the Raycor's Helm, Apply Additional Curse. And what I've done is I've grabbed a Vile Tusk, which probably needs ohms in it, but it has Crushing Blow on it, and it's just there to be an amp stick, so Crushing Blow is about as good as I can get. And then I have a nasty Doombringer there. What that gives me is the nice 77% Deadly Strike, at least when the Doombringer swings. And yeah, it's dope. Fortitude, High Lords, Gores, Dungos, Soul Drainers, Raven, Bolcathos, which is actually the only, this is all standard gear for any melee player, but no, the Bolcathos is really, you need the PDR on it. I actually have a, Cannot Be Frozen Raycors I need to slam, or with a P-Box. And then maybe I can get rid of the Raven and even get just another Bolcathos. So, beyond that, your stats, strength enough to use your helm, which is going to be your biggest strength item most likely. Dexterity, I put too much into Dex here, ignore that. It's really, you have enough Dex from Frenzy and Berserk that you don't need it as high as I put it. I think I wasted like 30, 40 points in there. And then just dump into Vitality. Get yourself some Grandfathers on flop, because I did this build for the Berserk build, yeah. I tried Double Swing, I just didn't like it. Frenzy, you use Frenzy when the pack is very big because of the increased splash radius. You use Berserk when it's a smaller pack or a hallway or something, and you just want the regular splash damage. And that's kind of the cool thing about the class, is you're going to have to pick between, do I want the slower, less damagey AoE spell on like a cow map where you're tearing through a bunch of stuff, or have I gone into a narrow hallway and now I have to use Berserk. Beyond that, I went with Max Battle Command, got 1 point in everything else because I do have the 10 to Warcry or whatever on flop, or 8, whatever I have. Maxed out General Mastery. I dumped into Combat Reflexes. You don't need to do that. I just wanted, it was a nice balance between 15 per life with battle orders. I was like, well, this is 10 and it makes my Berserk better, so that's just what I chose. 1 point in the other stuff. I don't have the Annie on this character because I only use one Annie and I flip it, but you will have max res when you have a crappy Torch and a crappy Annie, just because Barbarian is, well, kind of like that. And, well, we've gone over gear, we've gone over skills, we've gone over stats. Let's see it in action here. So I will say the one thing I like about this class is I think it epitomizes the Elizabeth Olsen. My recommendation for everyone is you build a magic finder that's cheap, fast, effective. You get yourself a general mapper, and then you, when you have too much money to spend, you spend it on a ridiculously over-the-top character. And that's kind of what this is for me. This is going to be my Elizabeth Olsen for the season, because it's just, it's weird, and it works, and I like it. I can't explain why I like it. It's not very fast. It's a little hard to use, but there's just something about the play style and the weird way I've built it that I'm into. And I think that epitomizes the Elizabeth Olsen class, as an asshole that tastes like chocolate-covered strawberries, boys. Yep, that's basically it. Choose between Frenzy, Berserk, go to town. The good news is with the dual curse, which makes, I guess, an interesting playstyle for it, is whenever one of the curses goes off, you're basically free to use the Berserk. They're either amped, and the Berserk already has negative 20, I think, at my level, percent physical reduce. Put that on with the amp and even, a Warcry or something, and yeah, you're shredding through things so fast that the loss you take from Berserk is mitigated. And same thing with the Weaken, because they're not doing as much damage. So that's kind of the cool thing about this. I don't think this is the fastest way to build it, for sure, but it's stupidly fun, just because of all the multiple choices you actually have to make on a melee class, and that's rare. So I'll let the map play out. See you guys later.